Hey, what's going on, my friends? I will be posting this to YouTube. This is recording through my phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, so pretty good stereo imaging. From what I can tell, it's also got pretty good bass response. We are going to give this one to the YouTube gods. This song will most likely get my video copyrighted and non-monetized, so I want to put that out there in the front. I've had the system running for the last day. These are Amazon boxes for power bars and extension cords. These subs run on the regular low, what I'm going to call low quality 2-prong, not 3-prong amplifier or amplifier cords. I guess I could show you on the back of the amp eventually, but you know what? You could also go look it up. I'm sure the amp plates are visible online. I'm not one of those kinds of reviewers. If it's already online, then you can already find it. I don't need to repeat anybody else's work. I'm here basically to just give you my impressions of the system up front after one day only in the position that they're in, which is somewhat compromised, because the Arundel towers are already in the position where I prefer the sound. So, what am I noticing? Right off the front, I'm going to say because of their position, I think the imaging is a little off. It's not terrible. It just sounds different. Now, I don't know if that's because the waveguide, the Arundels have a big waveguide. They have a silk dome tweeter. These are diamond coated or diamond dust coated, or whatever you want to call that process. Some type of aluminum. I don't think they use titanium. I think they used aluminum. So it's a carbon diamond coated tweeter. Again, all the technology is listed online. I don't have to get it right. I'm not Nick or Larry. Those guys do a plenty good enough job explaining what the technology is. I'm only trying to talk about what it does, which I think a lot of people are curious about. The subs, I got nothing negative to say about the subs. The subs, for what they are, at the asking price of entry level, unbelievable. In one day, with all kinds of music paired with the Ultra Evolution bookshelves, through the Rotel preamp, because the preamp has two mono outputs, so it's RCA and RCA cable. They're running 80 hertz cutoff. I cut off the parametric EQ. I changed the phasing. I don't think it's going to make a difference anyways, because I still have that 50 hertz, like 48, 47 bump, and then I also have 60, 62 hertz null, like right in the middle of the room. There's not much I can do about that unless I get a bass trap for that window. So on the high end, I need to evaluate the high end. That's what we're really talking about. Subs are kind of hit or miss. These are doing well in here. I love the fact that I have 20 hertz at rated response all the way down. It beats out my towers. My towers do 35. These are clearly deeper, and they also have a lot more impact and authority. Amazing. Everything that they say about SVS subs, I can agree. I haven't listened to very many subs. I've had some subs before. These are by far the most notably good and present sound. They're sealed. They don't port chuff or fart, thank God. I wanted the SB1000 Pros because they're sealed. That's valuable to me. I don't need any port resonance. I like the smoother roll-off, and the amp is powerful enough to control them. The bookshelves are really good looking. I'll give them that. The woofer look, the tweeter cover, the lattice structure that they used. Really, really good looking tweeter. Good looking cone. I don't know if they changed anything about this. I will say that it is very easily, you can move it very, very easy. There's not a lot of resistance in this at all. It feels very light to the touch. Loose suspension. So I think that helps with the response. I'm not entirely sure. But a loose suspension also means the amplifier you use, and in my case, I'm using the Orchard Audio Premium Mono Blocks. Orchard Audio Star Crimson Premium Monos. I've got them on these cute stands here. These are GaNFET technology, 150 watts, rated down to 2 ohms. Very, very good stuff. You can check the specs of those online as well. So I'm thinking the damping factor of the amp is high to control the woofer, and the woofer's semi-low mechanical resistance might be a good thing. Now, I'm not as intelligent and I don't know as much about acoustics and how all that stuff works as maybe Aaron at Aaron's Audio Corner could tell you, or a couple of the other engineers at Audioholics. Those guys would know more about how that interaction works. I really just want to talk about what I'm hearing as a difference. The one thing that I'm going to say right off the top is their mid-range to me in this room are notably different from the Arundel Towers. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, well, yeah, duh. 2 8-inch drivers doing mid-range versus 1 6.5 doing bass and mid-range. This is a 2.5-way design for the towers. This is just 2-way. Yes, the larger diaphragms for having 4 8s doing mid-range frequencies in here, plus the tweeter and the waveguide, better balance. The towers, I'm going to say just off the front, and I've only been listening for a day, maybe a day and a half, the mid-range is not the same. Now, I'm not going to say it's better or worse. I still need to listen to it. I need to push them back in the room, move the towers out of here. Fantastic hobby I put myself in. Yay, move 111-pound towers out of the way just so you can demo new bookshelves. I really picked a winner there. The balance between the integration between the bookshelves and the subs, that's another thing I got to talk about. But the first thing that hit me was mid-range presence. Pardon me, I am tired. It's been a long week. I've been through a lot of shit. Forgive me. There'll still be one edit. I'm not doing anything fancy. I just want to talk about everything that I can, bring you along with my journey, and not fake anything, not pretend that I'm not tired. Not everybody online that produces content is as good as they seem in video. They just put on a good show. We watch, we get info. Kudos to them. I appreciate everybody's work. So yes, the mid-range is something I'm going to have to focus on. I can't cut off the low frequencies for the bookshelves. The Rotel preamp doesn't have any kind of EQ. It's just sending the sum data out. Now, I'm going to try and talk to Rotel, or someone at Rotel, to try and give me an idea what kind of frequencies it's outputting. The sub is still rolling everything off. I've set it to 80 hertz, so it is using a 12 dB octave roll off to 80 hertz as a low pass. These don't have a high pass as far as I know. So the interaction between them is going to be interesting with this unit, and that's all I can speak to because I don't have a mini DSP. I can't roll them off as far as I'm aware. All my review and elements are going to have to deal with that fact. As of right now, that's basically what I'm running. The subs will be rolled off. The bookshelves will just be full. Same with the towers. When I compare them, we'll have an A/B test. I'll try and figure that out when I move the towers out of here. I'll record a couple songs, and then I'll put the towers in and then record a couple songs, and then I'll edit that one so they play A/B one after another through those tracks. We'll get an idea of what either one of my cameras picks up, and maybe I'll use 2 different cameras, which means I have to play each song 4 times. What, again, I got to tell myself, like, what did you get into? Reviewing products is not an easy task, and a lot of people out there do it for free. There's a lot of channels that are small that might get sponsored or might have some help getting product like I have. SVS was really cool about exchanging a prize win or a winning of a prize for one of their streams to bring me these to do a 2.5. So shout out to their customer service and Nick for being an amazing sort of correspondent through this whole journey. I appreciate it, getting these videos out. as an early sort of adopter. I haven't seen anybody with these yet, so I'm not even really sure. Like, am I the first one to have these? Am I? I don't know. They're good looking speakers. I mean, I've seen them in stores, and like Audio Advice and a couple of other people I'm sure have had them. So I'm going to try to do my best. Again, this is just a preview, first really early impressions to talk about what I'm noticing. The subs added some lows even more than the towers can do. The bookshelves are not giving me that same mid-range presence as the Arundels, because obviously cone area, it's not really a fair comparison. I should really do bookshelf versus bookshelf, in which case I do have a pair of bookshelves that I can put right there and test and demo them. So would you guys want to see, and this is where the comments come in, please. If you don't subscribe or you don't like how everything else is going enough to subscribe, that's fine. Leave me a comment and tell me, would you like to see me compare these to the Monolith Encore speakers, and then also compared to the Kanto YU5 passives? It's a different kind of speaker. It's a little bit of smaller cone, but I think bookshelf to bookshelf to bookshelf with the subs as is would give you kind of an impression. So would you guys like that? I think I would like that. I think I'm going to do it anyways. But let me know, comment. That helps the videos out. This one's getting copyright blocked anyways, because I'm playing all these songs in the background. And if you're listening via headphones, I apologize. My voice is going to be dynamic based on where I'm holding the phone. You could probably hear some of the bass in the background. This is a pretty good seat for low bass. We've got good extension below 50 hertz. There's a 50 hertz bump somewhere, but below that it's pretty flat. Yeah, so let me know, comment, let me know what you think so far. If you got any questions about them that are not on the website, that they have, SVS hasn't covered themselves, that someone else hasn't covered already, if you have questions about them in that sense. Someone asked me about the stands, and I did comment that they're exactly in line. The tweeter line is exactly with the Arundel towers, like exactly. That's directly in front of the tweeter. Really, really cool. So somebody asked me about the stands, and these are very, very similar to the Edifier stands, but these were less than half their price. I don't know who made them. It's a no-name brand. They're hollow in the middle, but I didn't fill it with sand or rice or whatever. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. They were like $80, $70 or something like that. 25-inch, 23-inch height. Foam pads on the top and bottom. Subs are directly on the floor. Arundel towers have spikes in them. So there's going to be some differences in comparisons, but we're doing our best. This is what I got. I've got my room, and I've got their positions, and I will do it as scientifically as I can in terms of like exact placements and that kind of thing. Same wire, same setting, same volume. I don't know if I can level match them. I'll try my best to level match them, and then we'll see what happens. So anyways, let me know, comment on anything. Let me know what you think. Demos are coming soon. Recommend some songs. Actually, don't recommend songs, because whatever videos or whatever songs I'm going to use are going to be copyright free. I have a CD that I'm going to use, the same CD I used in previous demos, Arundel versus Monolith Towers. Now this will be SVS versus Monolith Bookshelves. Monoliths have been a very good value for a long time. Their subs are competitive. All their pricing is basically the same. They're a direct-to-customer sales, like through Monoprice. Monolith makes amps, same thing. So we'll test those. We'll see how that is, because they're both 6.5s. They're both 1-inch tweeters. Soft dome versus metal. We'll see how it goes. We'll leave the subs in the picture, because these are the namesake or namestay or whatever. I want to keep those in the system. This is a 2.2 video sort of review, demo, sampling, integration sort of series. And that's really the goal, is to find out how the subs integrate with bookshelves in the room, rather than having towers. And on that note, if anybody wants to reach out to me here in Canada, these towers are going to be for sale. That's right, you heard me. I love them. They are amazing. Hearing the subs in the room, the 2.1 with the subs, has convinced me that my hi-fi journey will most likely be subs and bookshelves integrated. So I am going to put the Arundels up for sale, and they've been posted in a couple of places. I love them and I will keep them if I have no luck, but I think my direction for the future is going to be 2.2. To be honest with you, it's really moving that way. So anyways, thanks for these 15 minutes with me. I appreciate your attention and love for SVS. Shout out to SVS for the opportunity to review and have these in home. I will be posting demos and clips. Check my Instagram for demos and clips. Facebook profile will also have some demos and sound clips. Copyright's not as stringent there. It doesn't really matter. So go check that out. Follow the Instagram account for the sound demos, clips every day or every other day, 2 minutes at a time. And I will be back to talk to you soon. I'll change out the cables, get my power cords and all that stuff in order, maybe make some space. But yes, we'll see you in the future. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.